Oh, well, we got him, folks. We got Lyle in here.
Good evening,
Well,
everybody,
he
and
was a
welcome to
struggle, wasn't
Catfish Weekly. Somehow with Lyle, somehow with Josh, and somehow with me. We welcome
Yeah.
you all. Whew. Man, oh man, that was an adventure. That was an adventure. But
he? Is that what you call it?
and now he's gonna start chadding it up.
Yeah.
So I don't even yeah. So yeah, good evening everybody and welcome to Catfish Weekly. Now let's start over. Along with
We just take
Lyle
a
and
mulligan.
Josh, I'm Chad. Appreciate you guys and gals for taking the time to sit with us tonight. We have, I think, hopefully a interesting show planned here for tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. And while we're kind of on the subject here, I hope everybody is doing well from the winter storm that went through over the past week. We got a double dose of it. Last Sunday we had the ice storm that took us out of power, and then Friday it dumped about 7 inches of snow on us. So
Yeah, we have already beat our January total. I think they said it might be a January record. We've had 19 inches of snow in our area,
oh wow.
and I know that makes Lyle happy that I got that. But
Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. And the ice is. I don't think the ice is thick enough around here to ice fish on. So Dockery deserves that.
you
Yeah.
should go out and check it.
No,
That way, maybe you can get what
I
you
don't think
deserve
that's
for your rude comments.
Oh wow.
I'm just gonna slide on that if it's okay.
Yeah, so
Mm.
we missed last week, but we were having power issues and everything else, and I know a lot of people were dealing with that winter storm. So
Yes. So we do apologize
yep.
for that, but hopefully, like you said, I know there were some people that had some serious issues with the weather that impacted them. There's people I know that had to be taken to the hospital due to some different stuff with it. So right now, I think everybody's starting to thaw out a little bit, or it's kind of melted off the main
Yeah.
roads, and people are able to get around and stuff like that now. So as far as I can tell, it's fishing season now.
Yeah, I'm hoping so once it gets cleared off. So
Well, Josh, let's say hi to people because it's going to where I can't see the top people that was in chat
yeah, that's what
anymore.
I was trying to get up there. It's starting to knock people off. I saw Bobcat in there.
Yeah.
Uh, Burrito Catfishing Lady, Jerry Hager, 419 Fishing and Powder Coating. There is Benoit Fishing Outdoors, Jeremy from Creole Catfishing. There is Dave Funk, Rowdy Royal, Pontoon Jody Catfishing. There's Bugman 22. There's Tom from LG Bass. 922 Crappie Barbecue. Mike MI6 Irvin. There's Roger from Muskrat Adventures. He'd asked if Stan was hosting this. I mean, it was similar. Outdoors in Indiana with Dave Scott.
Oh, I can put user on timeout in this.
There is Nebraska Wildcats. There's Bobcat Outdoors. John Boy's Catfishing. Here's my wife, Christina Dunnigan. She was looking for us, wondering why we hadn't started. There's the Brewer Boys Outdoors. Trying to catch on here. Dead Sea Pirates Fishing. There, Fishing with Jeff Beal. There's V. Smith, Verlene Smith. Randy Old Gray Hair Swain. Greg Burgess. There's Jerry from Parker Pursuits. Trying to get caught up here. Creole's Guide Service. Said y'all got to get
Ooh.
used to seeing this name. That is a
Interesting.
very interesting name right there. I got to find out more about that one.
I wonder if that's Jeremy's dad and brother, and maybe his wife, the three people that know how to fish down there. Started a guide service.
Maybe, yeah. There's Mark Barnum. And Ray Smith, member for 44 months. Thank you, Ray. Says hello, everybody.
Great member. Been a member of Catfish Weekly for a long time.
Long, long time. There's Uncle Lou. Howdy, Uncle Lou. Good to see you, buddy.
Lee Reed.
Joe Buck 66. Let's see here.
I think you missed it. Schmieder of the Cedar.
I didn't see Schmieder to see there. Is he in there?
Yep, I see him.
And I think that gets me back down to the bottom. So
Well, if we missed anybody, it's all Josh's fault. But we do.
yeah,
appreciate
we
you
got
being
long-
here.
long-winded, and
Are you done?
Yeah,
yeah.
we're
See?
done saying
Yeah.
hello.
See
Well, look at
this?
that.
Here, hold on a second, Lyle. Boom.
Look at that.
This
You're gonna
is
have
a-
to catch some bigger bass.
Stop it. Just stop it. This is a
I think he's going to use it as a
This
throw
is a-
blanket. He doesn't leave the house, so
this
Uh,
this thing here is a sling to put catfish in, and I've been wanting one for a long time. And for the longest time, the only place you could get one that I'm familiar with was Dave Ashford. I got this one from Freddie. He sent it to me. Very well made. If you guys are in the market for one, I highly recommend that you get a hold of Freddie and tell him you need one, and he will hook you up. This will hold a big fish, and it's better than hold them in a net because it supports the whole body, and you don't have to, wad them up in a net. It's better
trying
than
to
holding
highlight
them
that.
by the jaw.
Mhm.
Will you stop? It's better than holding them by the jaw and putting all that weight on their jaw, because so many people don't know how to support the fish underneath their belly. With this, you can't go wrong. So if you don't have
Oh,
one
yeah.
and you're catching big fish and you're worried about it, go ahead and get a hold of Freddie and get you one. And by the
Heck
way,
yeah.
Bob Britt was alive. Bob Britt was live today, messing around doing some stuff, and he had a
Mhm.
really good show. It was really
Yeah,
good.
he was in there crimping rigs. I was watching him for a little while today. I may have been quiet in the chat. I don't think I ever said anything, but I stopped by and watched and give Bob a thumbs up. It was good to see him out live. And
Absolutely.
I see Miss Chrissy Brown has joined us. Hello, Chrissy. Hope you and Ernie are doing good. Danny Stone Outdoors also with us. Dog and I Outdoors. Starting to get.
And the only other thing before we jump into this other stuff is about those slings that I've heard. Especially for parents or people that have really really small friends like Lyle and Dockery, and that if
Stop
their
it.
friends get tired, you can put them in it and carry them the rest of the way.
Yeah, it'd be like a little,
I am
what do they call it?
almost,
Like a papoose or something.
I am almost, but not 100% sure that you could put Dockery completely in one of these. But then again, he's just a little guy,
But that means Lyle will fit too, Chad, just so you know.
Oh, trust me, buddy, I know.
No, that's not true.
Well, boys,
Hmm.
we've been talking,
Chad, you're getting ready to go on a trip.
and I'm getting ready to go on a trip. And I thought this would be something that we could talk about, and maybe going forward we could do some other shows on as well. But so I'm getting ready next week to head out to Clarksville, Virginia, to fish the Ice Bowl again. So I fished it last year, did okay, Got a good one decent fish. Finished 24th. But I wanted to help for all these great minds in here, and then there's you two as well, to help me break down. I've only fished Kerr Lake twice, right? So we have a lot of knowledge in here. I want maybe share like what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at, what I looked at last year. I was looking at the temps. We've got temperatures. I don't have the water temp right now. I'm waiting to hear from somebody on that one. But they've got highs in the 40s and 50s, lows in the 20s. But then next Tuesday, the highs drop down into 29. So we got a front moving in out there. So, yes, Bobcat, I'm fishing. I know nobody thinks that I fish. They think that I'm Lyle Jr.
Stop it.
I do a fish occasionally. But let me share. If you've not ever been to Kerr Lake,
Parker says Lyle's going to be taking that sling to the all-you-can-eat buffet and loading it up with shrimp.
Well, that's a prime idea right there.
That's not a bad idea.
Move you guys over
No.
here. Move
You
this
think
over
I'm
there.
letting you
Okay.
go?
Yeah, that's
All right. So that's Kerr Lake. Kerr Lake is apprised of the Dan River and the Roanoke River. It's dammed up just above right here, which forms Lake Gaston below it. But it is a huge reservoir. It's monstrous. So last year, if you don't have it, Navionics, they do charge now. There is a way to kind of view it without it, but without paying for a subscription. The subscription now is $50 a year.
Yeah, you lose a little bit, but you can still get down and see the contour lines. So
yeah. So what I went in last year, and I started looking at the bends right through here, right, because they have a lot of chutes that come off this freaking lake. But what I was noticing, and I was thinking last year, is being that far east of us, my mindset was they should be having their like late fall compared to us, right? So I'm thinking around here are not October, November, and just to start into December bite. It should be kind of similar to their November, December, January bite, right? So I started trying to wrap my mind around that. So I started looking because up here on the top part of the river, it's a little bit shallower areas. You got your 40 feet main channel, your 30s and 25 to 30-foot range out here on the edges. But as you go down the lake, when you start getting into the channel, you start seeing the further down the lake you go, the channels get deeper and deeper, right? So my first point was you have the main channel of the river here, and then you have a secondary channel here on this bend, right? And then you have this point. This was one of my areas that I wanted to, that I scouted when I first went out there.
Yeah.
I didn't fish it the day of the tournament.
yeah, that was one of the ones when I was dodging through Navionics today. I found, and that one just with that secondary channel just slamming into the shore right there. You look at how close those lines are, especially right off that point.
Mm-hmm.
Go just down, right, move just down a hair from where you're at.
Now, just so you know, I see Catfish Regulators has made it in. If he fishes any of my spots and catches a fish bigger than me, it's because I showed him how to fish. That's all I can say.
I'm just thankful that Keith sent you all these spots for the show tonight. I mean, it
Oh
helped.
my goodness. That guy, I could tell you what, I could teach him how to fish. He can't get on a boat with catfish and catch anything, but I could help him. But to me, this is a
That's a
great
good
looking
question
spot.
right there. Dog and I. Will this place be dropped for winter pool, or are these depths correct for the winter?
That's a good
That's a,
question. I don't know that so in the springtime, they will hold water back in Kerr Reservoir. Because they have to maintain a certain level on Gaston. there's so many houses along the Lake Gaston banks that they have to maintain a specific level. They will hold water up here, and it will flood out. So,
And Dog and I saying he went to a place where there's supposed to be 20 foot of water, and it was mud, 0 feet. That happens from
Kerr
time. That
Reservoir?
happens from time to time, especially on
certain places, yeah.
certain places. You can, especially if the Corps engineers run it.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I went down to
I was getting ready to
Tennessee a
say,
couple weeks ago.
if the Corps has anything to do with it, they'll mess it up just to mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I went down to Watts Bar, about within a last month, and it was insane. The creeks and stuff, how low they were. They were dry, like mud pits, is all they were. And yes, Aaron said that this is the best place in the whole wide world to fish. We never caught a fish when we pre-fish it, so
now go down, go to the left there, because now you're moving into another one that I saw. Look where Grassy Creek is running out and hitting the main channel.
yes.
I mean, it's something to remember. I know we touch on this a lot, but it's right here in front of us. Being able to see the contour lines of this waterway. If you find a channel, that's like a highway for fish. These fish are going to travel. They're going to use those channels to travel.
Well, with me trying to figure out, there's you have that front. Will they move into the deeper water, down into the mud or not? Right? Or will it affect them? I don't know.
And how long is that? I mean, before the tournament is that front hitting?
So the tournament's Saturday, so that's on a Tuesday. So if it stays, it should be, 4 or 5 days ahead of the tournament.
They should have you give them 4 or 5 days, and I mean, just conventional wisdom is going to say that they should have adjusted to that by then.
Well, I have not fished this one here yet. I don't know. It's kind of got some of the similar things like you were talking
You
about
got a
that I looked at
submerged road bed right over there to your left.
Yeah.
I can find that on Google Maps here. Oh, dude, you can almost see it on Google Maps.
Really?
Yeah, let me get back in there. Is it Old National Highway is what that's called. Yeah, there it goes. Comes out of that.
And it's a very long creek.
And runs right. That's Old National Highway there. Yeah,
it's almost a secondary river coming into it right there.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see that road on Google. You can see that road on Google Maps where it's running into the water on both sides. So
that's way up here, wasn't it? Yeah, it's right there. Interesting.
I'd probably be fishing the north side of that. It's getting the most sun this time of year.
Yeah. All right. So Josh has helped me think of a possible second location here.
Go to the left. Go to the left of that. Not that curvy road. Look at that one that runs north to south across the lake.
This one here.
Yeah, that's the one that's very, very visible on Google Maps. So
interesting. A road bed, huh?
Well, and it looks like there probably was a bridge there at one point because that Grassy Creek runs under it.
Yeah, we got 1 ton art is in there. Keep wind in mind. It's usually very windy in January.
That's good to know too.
Yeah, last year, other than the foggy day that was out there, that was unreal and very uneasy being in that. But so Grassy Creek.
I don't like fog on bodies of water that I know, especially don't like it on one that I don't. So.
Well, here's something that I found last year. This is where I ended up fishing was up here in Butcher Creek.
Okay.
So we launched, I want to say like right in here, but down in, let me find it. Sorry about all my zoomies, my zoomy in and zoomy outs.
Chad's
All right,
got the zoomies.
right here. So one thing I liked about this area, and the reason that I was very high on it, is you have the main channel. This is really deep through here, but you have an underwater hump here and an underwater hump here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice this pinch, like there's a pinch point right through here in this, right? Where this is goes really, really deep quick here, and then over on this side,
Yeah.
it goes up on this hump. Now, the fish that we caught that we ended up weighing in was caught right in this area.
And that's shallow. That's shallower than the surrounding areas on either side, isn't it?
We actually caught it closer to these ledge lines than
Okay.
the center. And it was more so when you come down through here, we was trying to stay around here, around this, follow this. But here, I didn't want to go up and around first. I wanted to go through these two underwater humps, and that's what paid off. So we actually crossed because there were some guys fishing over here that we fished, kind of came across here in the middle, across this, and then was going towards these right here. And I want to say it was like right in here is where we caught that fish. That brings up a good point about it being windy. A couple of days. Wind in the same direction could pile. So I had to keep an eye on the wind there. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you were fishing this this arm, were you anchoring up? Were you dragging baits?
No, we were dragging baits.
Okay.
We drug baits most of the day. We started, like I said, probably up towards this part right here.
Okay.
Drug all the way down through the end. When we got here, we left here. We decided we went out here into the just to check it out. You know, some of the deeper areas of the main channel. These 70, these here. I think we went as far down into this part right here with no luck.
That's some deep water there.
There's some very deep water. Like I said, the further you get down lake, the deeper the water gets.
Now, Lyle, have you ever fished Kerr?
I've not ever been out to Kerr Lake.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you'd been out there or not.
No, I haven't been there. I know a lot of people that fish it, and the ones that I know of that fish main channel, where they drop in, where other rivers and creeks drop in into the main lake.
So, Lyle, for you, if you were going to go out here and fish this, looking at this map, what are you looking for?
Main channel.
You're thinking main channel all day long, baby.
What I'd be doing. It's deeper water. It'll be warmer down deep, and bright on one bank or the. That's where I'd be.
Well, one thing I got to figure out this year that we didn't seem to have much luck with last year was where the bait's at. And from what I understand, I probably should have went up here before the start.
If there's a lot of bait in one area, if the bait is there, the other fish will be there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Here's Brian B. Says listening and driving.
Well, let's look up.
Can you do that?
Well, he can't walk and chew gum
Can
at the
he
same
listen
time. I
and
know.
drive at the same time? That's what I thought. You told me that before.
But you can look like all the way up here.
Rudd Branch, Rudd Creek Campground.
Rudd's Creek is where I launched. We may have been way up
Okay.
here. That might be the boat ramp right there.
Yeah, there's a boat ramp right up in that.
Yeah. So I might need to go up in here and look around as well. Like I said, this lake
I mean, if
all
you
the way
get it,
through is that. I mean, even this, looking at it, you got this. I think is this a bridge here? Appears to be a bridge.
yeah, there's
here.
a bridge running across. That's looks like interstate.
Yeah.
Or Highway 58 is what it says.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
But trying to find where the bait might be back here, even because I know I think it was over on this side. We looked around. There was not bait staged on the pillars of the bridge here. So they may have been further up into this creek. And see, and I'm kind of the opposite of what you think there, Lyle. I do like that main channel a lot, as far as if I'm trying to get back to it. But you know me, I'll be back here
Parker's got a good point
dragging in
here.
a few feet.
Jerry Parker says a lot of those times those feeder creeks coming into the lake or river, if it has current, water temperature could be just a few degrees warmer, and that could. One ton saying that Art's saying that there's not really any current in that lake. So, and
No.
Along with
Tom mentioned it was
what Jerry said.
Tom
Along with
mentioned
what Jerry
normal
said,
pool
there's
300.
usually a hole there where them creeks dump in. There's usually a hole right.
So I got that. It said lake's currently sitting at 296.7. Winter pool's around 295, so it's just a tad bit above winter pool.
Okay. Like I said, I know talking to Tom and them.
Be dropping.
Well, because of all of the houses on Gaston, they maintain that lake at like a very close level within a foot or so year round, and they will hold water back in Kerr. But yeah, I don't know if I want to hit the same area. I might, I'm going to leave out Wednesday, get out there. Hopefully we can get out and do a little scouting. I probably will scout around here, but there's so much lake here that I don't want to limit myself. So I'm, again, yes, I caught a decent fish last year. I obviously want a much bigger fish this year, right? I got to beat Freddie 2 years in a row.
Let's see here. That's Virginia.
And yeah, there's no like current that I've seen when I've been there. So
you're not looking like a Tennessee River impoundment where they'd be pulling water.
Not really, no.
If you find the birds, you'll find the bait. Where the bait's at, the fish will be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, I don't know if you realize how long this lake is. Here, I'll zoom out.
Does
it have a...
Let's go from this top end here. I'm bouncing around Google Maps now. It's not.
Is it as long as Lake Ozark?
I don't know.
How long is? Whoop.
It don't look receiving on a map.
Yeah, exactly. How long is Kerr Lake Reservoir?
Well, just going to main channel, I'm getting 30 miles on Google Maps.
Oh wow, no, it ain't near as big as Lake Ozark.
Let's see.
That's
No.
not taking into account any of the bays or anything. Just
Right. Well, that's how they measure them.
right.
It is.
It's okay. You need to take your shoes off from that to account.
It's 50. Kerr Lake is 50,000 acres. And it's one of the largest reservoirs in southeastern U.S.
Pretty good size.
The area is a total of 77.22 miles squared. So yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
it's huge lake, but it is possible to fish down here and run all the way back here fairly easy to get to the weigh in. Might take you a little while to get there, but it's doable. But the lake itself it's a pretty big lake. It has 850 miles of shoreline, says Dead Sea Pirates.
nice.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a plenty of places to fish. It's just figuring out where I want to start. And being not from the area, you're limited on how much time you can get out there and scout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had considered coming down through here last year, where it starts hitting around 90 feet or so, and looking at, like say up through here to see what may be.
Chad, you have absolutely got to go to Gilligan's Island. You have to.
You think Gilligan's Island's where it's at, so that way I can take a 3-hour tour down here
Yeah.
and never come back.
Jesus Christ.
Something wrong with this boy.
Dead Sea Pirates wants to know what time you're picking him up, Chad.
Dead Sea Pirate, what? I tell you what, you look outside your door at 4 a.m. and you just watch for me to pull on by. But you better be quick, because I ain't stopping.
Now, Chad, I'm looking at the AccuWeather monthly forecast for Clarksville, Virginia. So I mean, it's close. And let's see. Get back to it. It looks like that whole week leading up to it, you're looking at it's actually coming at a warm up after the 22nd.
Let's do it.
22nd, the high temperature of 23 degrees, but by the 25th, on the day of the tournament, the high temperature is 37 and sunny.
That's a heat wave.
That could change everything. You might start looking shallow.
That's what I'm wondering. And then I may do the reverse of what I did last year.
Mm-hmm. Start deep, pull shallow, and
yeah. Where's Butcher at? It's over here. Yeah, start down here and drag from here up through, and then maybe hit some of the shallows that are back here. And it could depend on like you said, what's going on or the temperature.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a sunny spot on the north shore of the lake where it's getting more sun than anywhere else. It gets a few degrees warmer. The bait gets up there, gets active. You might be catching fish in 2 or 3 feet of water.
The mouth of Butcher Creek is 11 miles from the Occoneechee launch. That's where they do the weigh-in. That ain't bad. Okay. Hell, my boat, that's a 5-minute ride. Okay, it's like 15 minutes, but
that's not bad at all. Danny's got it. He said, use a tried and true method of picking a spot, throw a freaking dart at the map.
Yeah, but I do like to try to plan some. And if this ain't working, so that's the other thing is if this ain't working, right? It's like we caught several fish through here that day. The biggest one was the 31. but what's my next choice, right? I mean, do I just keep going up and down the same creek, or am I going to go like, okay, what Lyle said, exactly what
No.
we looked at doing last year? We're going to hit that channel, see what's out there.
Now,
That's
just
right. If what you're doing ain't working, try something different.
now there's obviously time for the forecast to change, but
Oh yeah,
it's showing 37 for the high that day. Winds from the northwest at 7 miles per hour, gusting to 22. So
you can keep the gust out of there, but the seven
yeah,
mile an hour winds didn't sound bad until you said
7 mile an
that.
hour winds didn't sound bad till I saw that 22-mile-an-hour gust. So
That'll either get better or worse, one of the two.
yeah.
Yeah,
But if you go back and look, if you're starting there, like you just talked about, changing your plan, starting at the mouth of Butcher Creek and going in, you're more or less going to be dragging into the wind, which would be the direction you'd want to go anyway.
yeah. Well, like I said, I know up here, dragging's not an option. Even though catfish regulators stated that this is a dragging paradise up here, I deemed it not to be. You couldn't even anchor and not get snagged up there.
Well, I was going to say if
It was bad.
you say something is too snaggy to drag, then I know I
Yeah.
would say it was too snaggy to drag.
Yeah. But like I said,
I
you
didn't know
made
it got
some.
too snaggy.
Do what?
I didn't know it got too snaggy.
Oh yeah, it definitely gets too snaggy.
Mark says, Chad, you need
You
that 26-inch Garmin for this.
just keep buying more
I'm
hooks
with
and putting them on.
I'm with Mark here on this one. But unfortunately, my wife is mean, and I've not gotten to make a big purchase in almost, a month.
That's a whole lot easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission.
Is
Yeah,
a
did I
fact.
show you the prices on those, Josh?
You did.
What would your wife say if you came home with a $17,000 fish finder?
I would tell her I've had that thing for years.
Yeah, I'd be like, fell off the back of the truck.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've had that one for 10 years.
But this over here
Yeah.
is an interesting, what we were talking about, Josh, as the secondary, a creek that we were talking
That's
about
a
where that
neat,
road
yeah.
bed
That's
is. And you got a lot of options as far as depth. There's a lot of contours here.
mm-hmm.
And there's an underwater hump there.
Yeah, that one gets up to 12 feet. That's a pretty good one.
Right off the channel of this creek. Following that might be good if it's not super snaggy to come out of that and kind of hug this right here around it. Or you have this little secondary
Randy
channel that's
Swain,
on the other side of it.
Okay,
Randy
there's the
Swain says he drags that area.
You haven't made a big purchase yet. You're allowed one per year. That's right. This is a brand new year.
There you go.
I knew I liked Randy. He's so smart.
Absolutely. He says he drags that area.
Don't listen to Aaron. That's not the kind of drag he does.
No.
Wow. There's Goats Island.
Yeah.
That's named after Lyle.
Any of them islands should be pretty good around them, I would think.
Well,
Clyde's Island.
they're
They have
very
the
hard to
contour
fish between them.
changes and stuff to feed off of.
I will say that
Altogether?
That backside
very-
of that backside of that island could make a pretty good windbreak too if you're having bad northwest winds.
yeah, this I can't remember. I know went up through these. One of them's really narrow, but I think I came back down through this one day.
I mean, that's not very wide between that island and the shore. It's 180 feet.
Yeah.
8-foot boat.
Yeah.
Boat's only 8 foot wide.
There you go.
I know there was a lot of boats that stayed up this way. I don't want to be right all up in everybody. Let's look at this one down through here.
They would do you that way.
We down in the North Carolina side now.
Yeah, right here is the Virginia-North Carolina border right there.
Do you have to have different
So-
license for each state?
I'm pretty certain, and I had to ask Tom, that you can, on this lake, that they observe both. So you could have a
Okay,
North
some
Carolina
do,
or a
some don't.
Virginia license. Yeah, I'm pretty certain on this one you can have
Reciprocally,
either or.
Okay. Just trying to keep you out of trouble.
Trouble's
I
my
know that's
middle
what I
name,
believe.
Pops.
Yeah, I've heard that about you.
This one might not be too horrible.
Island Creek boat ramp.
Yeah, there is a boat ramp right there, but yeah. Okay, you can believe Aaron on this one. He said yes, both.
Randy Patillo says, don't know, but I've heard the world record came from the Goat Island area.
That's what the rumor has it. Yes.
Does the lake have homes on it? Yeah, Bugman, yes, it does. From what I'm seeing here, not a whole lot, but it
I
looks
don't.
like
I don't
there
think
are.
there's a lot, very much on
Probably not as many as are on
on
Gaston,
here.
but
Right. Gaston is definitely where most of the homes are.
but that area that
On
Chad was just looking was
on this lake, they're going to be well off the main body of water.
that Island Creek area has a few.
Yeah. But I really do like this area because not only on this one you have the Butcher's Creek, but you have this side shoot here. You have you're in a bend right here where all three of these creeks flow into. But then you can come down here and hit.
And those are those
Other
are
creeks.
almost big enough bays that you can almost treat them like a lake on their own, is what it's looking like. I mean, you got a lot of necks, a lot of fingers going through here. So
Let's go down here and see what's down in the very bottom. Because I don't know how many people actually go all the way down here and fish.
if you go down there by the dam, there's a ton of humps down there.
I like a bunch of humps.
I heard that.
Oh Lord.
But I've never
What
fished
do you
down
mean?
here. I don't know anything about this area. But this over
How
here
close is
has
to where you're going to run?
This doesn't have the they've changed this around. I can't get rid of this crap over here. There's no measuring thing, but that's a good little. It's probably half-hour boat ramp. Probably a half-hour run from up here at the launch where we would launch, come down through here.
So
It's doable.
when you launch,
Anything on the
when
lake
you're
is doable.
searching around for when you're pre-fishing, you're going to be close enough that might be worth taking a look at.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about when
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'll be down there Wednesday, hopefully be able to pre-fish Thursday and Friday. Or at least scout, not just pre-fish really, but scout, try to find some fresh bait, that sort of thing. That's all got to be on my mind of things we got to do while I'm down there.
And that's
Definitely can make a run down here and kind of look around because, like, I like this right through here. This is all big flat right through here. I mean, huge flat. It's real wide. It's really deep. But coming over here, whoa, that was weird. Getting close to this may be, and I don't know for sure, could be all flooded like timbers and stuff. I don't know. But you can see that 83 feet, and then over here it's 16, right?
Yeah.
So there's a huge, look how dense those.
you've got a heck of a ledge right there.
But not all ledges are created equal either.
No. But if you pull off, go to the right a little bit, and you pull where that main channel. Look at that creek running in it right there where it says
Right here.
submerged riverbed. Right there.
Yeah.
That's a hard underwater point right there. And
That
you've got a hump just upstream of that. Goes up to 15 feet, looks like. Maybe a little less.
Where at?
Just look to the
Oh, right here.
yeah, right there.
Yeah. You got your point coming out where this is running out.
Yeah, that's an old
And then,
washout point.
yeah.
And you can I'm trying to look at it on
Let's look back through here. There's a roadbed there too.
I'm trying to look on Google Maps here to see where it's out in the middle of the water.
Tell you what, this is a funky looking area back there here when you look at all the lines, huh?
So that would be out there. Yeah, it's out in the main lake. Oh, there's a good question from Danny. He said, if Elon Musk buys it, will we be seeing Lyle on TikTok? Spoiler alert, you already can if you know what to look for on there.
That's right. This looks like an area this looks like an area too that Lyle would fish.
Nutbush Creek, absolutely. Lyle would be all over that.
How do you get that?
I mean, just look at this one offshoot through here. How long?
Tackle along that spot.
Entry prohibited.
That's probably where all the fish are at. That's where you need to go.
So you can't go back through there.
That's probably the high rent district.
This might be somewhere I need to go check. What's this? That's interesting.
That's a neat little narrow run out right there.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, it's like it pushes out to here and here. And then major drop off right there.
Mm-hmm. Right there at the end of it.
So where's Ron fishing at? But yeah, that might be a little bit of a run to get it back in here, but you got to go all the way back here. So that was back here from all the way up there. Got all the way back to that way. But it's doable, even though this is a lot of no wake area back there. There's a boat ramp there.
Let's see here.
I can at least go check it out, maybe. But I think the new world record could be right here.
I hope you come up with it.
I do too.
I hope we catch some fish.
Man, there is not a good way from my house or town to Kerr Lake, no matter how you cut it.
It takes me about 11 hours to get there.
12 hours and 15 minutes is what it should. Well, 11 hours and 23 if I go the Nashville route down through Knoxville in the mountains. So,
well, if I include stops, it'll take me about between 10 and 11 hours to get there. Where else should we look, ladies and gentlemen? I don't even know what time it is. We're already
we're right there it's 8 o'clock.
Well, we were an hour late because of somebody else.
Well, that's true.
Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about. Bugman. Let's see. Let's see. Old railroad. Rex, an hour and 15. Shut up.
15 minutes.
Shut up, Aaron. Is there anybody besides me, and I know Catfish Regulators is planning on fishing it, that's planning on fishing the ice bowl? Last year it was 237.
I'm just thinking if Stand 3 decides to go down, you might as well just stay home, Chad.
Stand 3, never heard of her. He can't. He look. Stand 3 ain't catching fish anywhere but the James. He he's got that same old broke down spot that he catches the same fish over and over and over, and he thinks he knows what he's doing.
So has he got them named?
Yeah.
Fish? Has he got them named?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
George Jr. Down East Outdoors. It says they're fishing it. I hope you'll look for me out there and say hi.
There you go.
We'll have to compare notes, and you have to tell me what I did wrong. This is like I said. This is my third time fishing this particular lake. The first time that we fished it, we launched here. So this is the first year. Dee and I, we actually rented a house somewhere right over in here. We fished. We launched here. In between, I would say, right here, and let's see, right there to like right here. I actually did a live. We caught like it was over 15 fish right through there. Nothing big, but we caught quite a few fish through that way. Just dragging that straight line right through there.
I'm curious what everybody in chat is thinking it's gonna. How many pounds it's going to take to win this?
Every year seems to be a little bit different.
Hey, Chad, look up there to the north, kind of up a little bit further to the right.
There?
Yeah.
It's like it's meant to be.
It's right by Peckerwood Branch. Look at that.
Really? Really?
Dockery Branch.
Sangamon fisherman. Somebody from my state.
Oh, from Central Illinois.
Central Illinois. Sangamon County is up around Springfield, Illinois.
But last year, I want to say the big fish was 70s or 80. But they've had many years with 100-pound fish caught.
Oh, wow.
They actually had one year, they had one that was either, I want to say, was within a few pounds of the world record.
Now, is this a 3-fish bag, a 5-fish bag?
This is a 1-fish weigh-in.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, this is a 1-fish weigh-in is all they do with this.
Yeah, that's the reason I never would go out there, because anybody can trip on.
I'm looking to trip over 1 fish.
Even you.
Bite
Chad,
me.
Even you.
I got an emoji for you.
One fish. I don't know. Fish. I might find me a spot that I thought was promising and sit there on the anchor, especially if I marked fish in it.
Yeah.
Sit and wait one out.
Yeah, but you got right there.
Right, but that's the thing. Like I said, and the one thing I do like about it being a 1-fish is you have the potential to have a fish that is 100 to 145 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the 143-pound world record is out of this lake, so there is potential for that size fish, and that's, to me, is why I don't have a problem with a 1-fish weigh-in.
143 pounds and measures 57 inches long. That's crazy.
There you go. 141-pounder weighed at the Ice Bowl one year, a few years back.
That is it right there. If that thing needed to eat one more fish, it would have been a world record.
No, Lyle won't fish with me. No, but down east says 89 pounds to win is what he thinks this year. Well, if I catch a 90-something pounder, I'm going to expect the win there down east.
Find some big fish, anchor on them. That would be. If I'm looking for one big fish, I'd be doing a lot of sonar searching and just anchor up on one.
And there was people that talked about that last year, and they did that and couldn't get them to bite.
Yeah, I say
but it was in the shallower water last year. Is where the bite was seen to be.
It would be a gamble, but I mean, it had you're looking something that has a lot of potential.
When I know of one
Well, let's
person
face
last
it.
year that was way up in one of these creeks in the very shallow stuff in the back of a creek that had one breakup hole.
Oh wow!
So
Let's face it,
that's why I
tournament
will
fishing
not
is
count
gambling.
out.
Short with.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I don't do it for thinking I'm going to go out there and win. I go out there for the fun.
oh yeah.
I love going and fishing new
It
waters,
just
especially.
real quick while I'm thinking of it, guys. We put this together tonight. This was pulling up Kerr and really just sitting here and picking Kerr apart was Chad's idea, especially since he's going down there. But we have talked about just from time to time picking a waterway, especially if we could find one that none of the three of us have ever fished or ever even laid eyes on, and just picking it apart like we're doing tonight. Go in and look at Navionics, look at Google Maps, and picking
Mhm.
that apart. And Texoma come to mind. I've never been to Texoma. Chad hasn't. Lyle has been everywhere. So,
I'll say I don't think Lyle's been there since
I
the
haven't
day he
been
helped
to
create it.
Texoma.
but something like that where we might, from time to time,
I have not
pick
fished
apart a
it.
waterway.
Yeah, I think I like the idea. Like I said, one, this is helping me to think what's my plan going out there. I mean, not that I would probably listen to Josh or Lyle, but there's some people that know what they're talking about in the chat here. But all kidding aside, I do want you guys' opinion, right? It's more of what am I not thinking about? I'm not going to sit here and act like I am a professional angler at all. I've only been on a boat for now 6 years. I've catfished my entire life, but it's mostly been from the bank. I'm still learning a lot when it comes to boating, and now I'm more of, instead of just picking hey, this is a bank spot that's accessible, and I'm fishing it versus I now have 50,000 acres of a lake that is now. What do I do, right? What's my game plan? What's the smart move here to try to do, right? And why I wanted when I talked to Josh and Lyle about it, I kind of threw it out there and I called Josh about it and I was like, this is what I'm thinking is this is what I would do, but what would you or Lyle or somebody
Mhm.
else in chat, what ideas do you have that I'm not thinking of, especially since I'm traveling 10 hours, 11 hours to this water, right? What else should I maybe be thinking about that I'm used to on my local waters, or the ones that I'm more frequent or familiar with?
Mhm.
That you know everything that I have learned on the Ohio is what I translate over into new bodies of water that I fish. Right. Um, I've never been. Let's go to the deepest hole in the
Yeah.
river and fish it because I don't have a lot of confidence or luck in the deeper water. Occasionally, I've caught some okay fish. Most of my fish that I've done, caught that have been better fish have been in say 45 or less feet of water. Right, not the deepest holes in the
Oh
river,
yeah.
but also how I fish has been mostly based off of river fishing, and I try to translate that. This is a river without but it's really a giant lake now, right? So I'm trying to use those thought processes to figure out these other areas when I fish, right?
I have a thought for
I bet you do. Can it be said on live?
since Jim. Yeah, Dockery doesn't catfish anymore. What would James Dockery do and do the exact opposite?
I don't know, Lyle. He still catches more fish than you do.
Lyle, I got a good question for you that might. Lyle, I have a good question for you that would help me out figure out the best place to fish. If you were going out here to bass fish like you do now, what areas would the bass be located at?
What's the delete button on here? Where is that?
You have no power here,
I,
pal.
I can't remove him.
But hopefully this has been somewhat helpful. Like I said, I want to continue to learn. That's why, I mean,
Yeah.
I will throw my thoughts out there. They may not be 100%, professional, like somebody like Two Stands Fishing or Catfishing Crappie, or the professional guys like that. But this is more my thought method.
Yeah.
So let me know what you guys
You
think. What you
had
guys
some
think
pretty
different?
good recommendations tonight.
I try.
Hey,
You
there's
really had.
speaking of professional
Oh,
catfishing right there.
son of a! Here he
You
comes in.
you summoned him,
He's gonna come in here and try to steal my fishing spots. I knew it.
and I'm just wondering if he's got him a new catfish coat on the way. He had a unfortunate incident during stand day Sunday
Did he have a
morning.
blowout?
He bumped up
Mr.
against
Park,
the heater, about set himself on fire.
Oh my Lord, have mercy! So Mark Lucas says I've
how did I miss that?
fished up the Dan River of 58 using
Mhm.
eels cut up. I wonder if there's anybody around there that actually even sells eel, because we don't have
No, I
eel.
don't know.
I know the East Coast think that eel's really, really good bait. I'd love to have one of my good friends, if he's still watching, find me one or two of them big monstrous red horse suckers that they got out
Yeah.
there. Oh no, Josh, I'm talking they're like 3 foot long.
What in the
They're
world?
good.
They're
That's good bait.
huge. They're monsters.
Them things are real oily and smelly. They're good bait.
Oh yeah. And maybe up here is the way to go. I don't know, but I really don't think I'll head up this way. I think I'll stay down either to try the Butcher Creek again, or I
Yeah.
like what you brought up here, Josh, with Grassy Creek.
Yep,
This
I'm
area
thinking
through
you've got
here.
that one would be on my radar.
I definitely Bobcat tackle has heels. Huh. I did not know that, Randy. I've been there.
Huh.
I'd like this one down here, but I think that's just a really long way to travel with not knowing.
I mean,
Anywhere I go, it's not knowing.
pre-fishing, I think I'd go down and take a look at that. But
All right, LG Tomcat, we're gonna have a Bobcats trip while I'm out there, brother.
mhm.
Is that one launch area?
I don't want to tell you.
There's Mark's got a good
I don't
strategy
care.
here. He said, write down all the spots you like, list why you like them under them, fish the longest list first, and then the second, and so on, high probability areas. Go back to Ted Ellenbecker's rule of threes.
Yeah. So they do allow trailering in this tournament.
You're going to set
Okay.
him off.
I told you I didn't want to say him. He said he didn't care, so I don't care. And this boat ramp, like I said, is where we launched, and it's about a 5-minute drive to get to here.
Yeah.
Because this is right here is where the weigh-in is. The other thing that sucks about that is you got to pay to park up here, and then you got to pay to park out here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because you do have to pay at their boat ramps. And see, that's the other thing with that. If I would still want to launch from somewhere up close,
Mm-hmm.
because I would not want to try to trailer from here and go all the way back around the
Oh,
lake.
yeah. That's asking for
I don't like that.
something to go wrong on that one.
That's asking
Yeah.
for big too.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, I appreciate all your all's help. That is good. That is a good tip there, Catfish and Crappie, Mr. Mark. And I guess I should have my partner, help decide, but I'm kind of a control freak. So
Who are you fishing with?
I am fishing with David Atkins, the same guy that fished last year. He wanted to fish with me again this year for some reason. I don't know why he would want to fish with me again after
Really? 2 years in a row?
I know.
Really?
I don't
2
know what
years
it
in a
is.
row?
You know.
Yeah.
So I will take that off of
Hold on.
the
Hold
share
on a
screen
second here.
there.
I'm going to share something that Ernie
Oh.
Brown sent me just a minute ago. And take a look at this.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 3 of them. Nice ones.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Figures. Nice
Yeah,
beer.
been looking at those for
Mm.
a little while now on those. So Ernie sends me regular updates on the deer on his trail cam. So
Oh,
Very
Ernie don't
nice.
send me nothing. He doesn't send me nothing but grief. Mark said,
You
"I
should
need
be
a
a little
local
nicer
partner."
than
Well,
him.
this is the way I see it, Mr. Mark Lucas. Is the only reason I fished it last year is I was invited to fish with this young nice fella who was actually a little bit older than I am, but I'll be nice this tonight. And I cannot go back on my word of fishing with somebody. I'm not going to throw them aside and blah 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 unless it was somebody like Lyle who just get on my nerves.
Lyle, you need to do this. Look,
Right.
if you went ice fishing, you could catch all this.
Yeah, Lyle.
And if you went ice fishing, you could catch all that.
I'm not going ice fishing.
We don't have those here, so I can't go ice
I'm not
fishing.
either. That makes 3 of us.
But I do have a very very dear friend, Mark Lucas, that I will be spending at least the 2 days, 3 days prior with. That is a local to that area, not on Kerr, but to that area. So I know a few people out there.
Yep.
Are you paying him to be your friend?
No, he's a nice guy. He's not like you. I don't have to pay him to be my friend.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, your cookies are in the mail.
Yeah, I thought so too,
Sure they
Bugman.
are.
I'd like to. I wish we had those yellow perch around here.
Right. We've got them in one of the lakes around here, and they're actually starting to be a pretty good population of them. I haven't gone after them yet, but I had somebody tell me how to do it. I may have to try that out sometime.
Yellow perch in Kentucky.
Look like they make a
Oh
pretty
yes,
bait.
they can be found in though.
Really?
They are not native to most of the state. They are sometimes found in the Ohio River and have been stocked in some lakes in southeast Kentucky. I did not know that.
There you go.
Yellow
There's a lot
perch
of
have been
them
stocked in Lake Barkley, Josh.
Oh, really?
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking. Devil's Kitchen Lake, that's right down from us, is it's got a developing population. They were officially stocked in 2014, but they said that there was a small population already existed in the lake. And so they've caught some during the 2023 sample.
The hell are
7 to 11 inches long. So
I was
once
just talking nice stuff about Art just a couple minutes ago, and now he's saying we're not even friends. He's getting a text message from me.
Mark said if there's walleye or sauger, there'll probably be yellow perch. Barkley is land between the lakes. Yes. Bugman.
Mm-hmm. Interesting stuff. All right.
Yep.
So, you guys got anything closing that I need to think about?
Well, we've got a bragging board to take a look at with some fish on it.
That might help me.
And thankfully, I've got the AI voice now because, as you could tell, my voice is not, it's doing the winter thing where I start to lose it again. So, but I cloned my voice and I cloned Lyle's voice, which is kind of cool because I've been able to do some really neat stuff with that cloned Lyle's voice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have.
Oh boy!
He even
I
even put one in our group chat earlier today.
And he
Lyle,
loved it. He thumbs it
loved
up.
it. He gave it a thumbs up. I've got a screenshot of it. So,
and I know he listened to it. Let's hear that bragging board.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Howdy, folks. It's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board, the weekly video series where we showcase the amazing fish caught by our viewers. Leading us off this week, we have Miss Laura, the explorer. Laura spent some time with Tom and Michelle at the famous Lake Gaston dock and came up with this 10-pound, 3-ounce channel catfish. This is a new record channel cat for the dock. Congratulations, Laura. Great job. Up next, we have Miss Jody of Pontoon Jody Catfishing. Jody came up with this 29.8 8-pound blue catfish while fishing the king of the Tennessee River Tournament. Jody is always a force to be reckoned with, and that day was no exception. Nicely done, Jody. The end of the year wouldn't be the same without Jerry Parker's Baldwin Bash. This year, Bugman 22 was able to attend the bash and catch his very first Baldwin Lake blue catfish. It was great having the chance to finally meet Bugman in person, and everyone had a great time. Great work, buddy. The largest fish of the Baldwin Bash came from none other than yours truly. This fish hit cut shad like a Mack truck and put one heck of a fight. It weighed in around the 14-pound mark and was released after being photographed. And closing us out this week, we have Miss Becky, who spent some time on the water with Jeremy of Creole Catfishing and broke her personal best blue catfish 3 times in the same trip. Her final PB busting fish was this massive 72.5-pound behemoth. Great work, Becky. Congratulations. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.
Nice fish, everybody. Nice fish. Even yours, Jody. Why are you you're muted, Josh?
Very
Oh,
nice.
well, there we go. I always mute my mic
Very
during
well
that.
done.
Great fish. Great
Oh,
fish on there this week.
Was I not muted? Did everybody hear me snoring? Sorry.
I never heard anything, so
Oh, okay.
Creole says she's still asking when they're going back.
Heck
You,
yeah, brother.
I mean, a trip like that with a couple 40s and a 70, yeah, you're going to have somebody hooked for life on that one. So
And that's
Sure.
great.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
So, Lyle, what you got in store for Panfish Nation this week?
I'm not sure. We're talking about that. We talked about it today, and I think we're going to be doing some ice stuff and try that. I don't know nothing about ice fishing. Mark does, and I'm loose and let him go.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know nothing about that ice fishing either, man.
I've tried it one time. That was it. I didn't catch anything.
Closest I came was
Yeah.
ramming my trailer and motor through the
Hmm.
ice at the boat ramp. That was about it. It worked. I got out there and fished.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all that
So,
matters.
hey, they still took my motor all duct taped and wholly from the plastic casing being busted. So, as a trade in, so it was all good
Right?
stuff.
Oh, there we
No
go.
tr- Yeah. Hey, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
But I appreciate everybody's help tonight,
Good.
trying to help me gather my thoughts of how I go out and win the Ice Bowl. So,
And
Good luck, buddy.
for everybody that was in here and helped him, if he wins, we get a percentage of the winnings. So
oh, here we go. Creole
You
says, I
see?
can't ice fish. I don't own any brown pants.
that ain't no kidding there.
You will afterwards. That's right. We're less than 70 days away from spring right now. I think it's down to like 66
Yep.
days or
Days
65
are
days.
already getting longer again. So
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
they are.
yeah, it just needs to warm up. So
that's right. But
It's
thanks
coming.
everybody
It's
for
coming.
watching.
yep.
You done?
you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so on your way out.
That's right. Don't let the good thumbs up go to waste. Come on now. Hit it on your way out, Mr. So thanks to everybody for watching. We'll see you next Monday night.